It'll take a minute for me to be able to turn the sound down on the second monitor here.
We all live.
We got a lot of people waiting for us. So
Wow,
we got all
look at
that.
this.
Oh, there's a star coming in here.
There's DeMarco.
So I know we're
Drone
supposed
celebrity.
watch what you guys say about DeMarco.
I know. He here?
Be careful.
He was
probably
lurking.
listening. He was listening.
Oh,
His
my
ears
God,
are burning.
DeMarco, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry what I said.
Oh,
You can take it back. You can walk it back, Johnny.
Are you ready,
how's
Rod?
that
Okay,
badge,
listen,
Johnny? How's that
sound
badge
check,
treating you?
sound check, Marcus.
Yeah. Okay. Our usual sound check. Checkmate King 2. This is White Rickover.
We got the loud and clear here, and
I'll bet you Captain Ray remembers that show. Remember that TV show Combat?
Oh, I love that show. That
That's
was
where
one of my
that's
favorites.
from. That's where that's from.
No.
we
Yeah.
need to bring that back again or whatever.
Yeah, I
but
don't
listen,
remember
folks,
Vic Morrow, I think.
time for the
Tomorrow,
show.
yeah.
We got
Yeah.
20 watching. Here we go. Everybody get set in positions. 3, 2, 1, and go. Welcome into Drone Nation for March 11th, 2024. This is the show that features a 799 Mavic 3 Pros, Avata 2, and a South Florida drone meetup preview special here. So a packed show tonight. We got experts from all corners of the globe here joining us here. Even Bill the drone reviewer, our kind of DJI experts with us, and we got Johnnie Drone Flyer, who's sort of now our new FPV expert here now that he's flying full acro and everything. Like so, it's a great panel tonight. But I want to first make a couple shout outs here. We happy anniversary to our friends Bob and Audrey Dempsey, who celebrated recently. They were in Miami for a while. They're a beautiful young couple. And one other note on that, I want to say get well to Bob Dempsey, who's been a little bit under the weather.
He's been down. Audrey was here in Idaho this past weekend.
There you go.
She went to a big gala, but Bob was expected to come, right? Because he was going to fly the canyon, but he got a little under the weather, so couldn't make it.
So
yes. Okay.
I got a couple other shout outs here. I want to give a very happy birthday greeting to Captain Ray Kelly. We're a couple hours early here. I believe it's tomorrow, but Captain Ray is now 39 years old, young here, and also I got a second one here. I want to give a shout out to Bill the drone reviewer's son, Will, who is celebrating his birthday today.
It was a milestone birthday for him yesterday. He turned 40.
Happy birthday,
What's it like having a 40-year-old?
You know what? You can tell me I'm 65, and that doesn't faze me. But you tell me my son's 40, that makes me feel old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but he turned 40 yesterday.
Wow. Congrats. Tell him you all. That's your oldest son, right?
Yes, my oldest. Yeah. My youngest, Peter, is 10 years younger than him. He's going to be 30 this year.
That's a nice gap. Okay. So, folks, we will be serving cake and ice cream right after the show in the main lobby. So please come down and join us here. So, and another
cake.
Go ahead.
Chocolate cake.
We had chocolate and vanilla.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, chocolate and vanilla. And even the vanilla milk has some chocolate icing on it or whatever. So you good either way. Okay, another quickie here. The DroneNation Deal of the day. Now, go ahead.
Happy birthday to Ted Bowman. He's going to be 81 tomorrow.
Oh, sorry, happy birthday. You know what? I didn't see
Dr. Ted.
If I don't see it on Facebook, I get all these birthdays from looking at Facebook.
Well, I saw it in the chat here. Ted posted it in the chat. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known either. Yeah.
One of our senior viewers here, he's a big supporter of the show. And we'll make an extra cake for Dr. Ted. But I want to give real quick the DroneNation Deal today. I got this from our good friend Richard. The FIMI Smart Controller is on sale for only $199. I did say a smart controller with a built-in screen and the whole 9 yards. It's a FIMI TX10A because they have two of them. This is, I guess, the newer one. Has a built-in screen, remote controller, spare parts remote controller. I don't get the spare parts part. Transmitter adapts to the FIMI X8 Pro, X8 SE 2022 V2, and X8 SE 2022. Unfortunately, not the mini drones, not the FIMI Mini.
Here's the problem with that controller. The only thing it can fly is a FIMI drone.
And not even all of them.
Yeah.
So anyhow, I don't have a link for that.
I guess nobody got that joke, I guess. I don't
No,
know.
I get it.
DeMarco got it.
No, we got it. We got it. We got it. Believe me. I don't have a link for that, but you know, because I don't think it's on Amazon. You got to go over to FIMI or one of those other such websites here. So is the Inspire 3 for $14.99 today? Well, if it is, Bill's going to hit the buy button and argue with Amazon for the next year to get that price. But,
That's right.
Yeah, and that is a good story come up. And listen, I got an image I want to get up here real quick here. So hold on, patience here. If I can find this here, share screen. And I should have got this ready while I was dilly-dallying around here, but here we go. Can you guys see the new? That's the new Autel Robotics Alpha. It now I'm going to give you the bad part last. You can pre-order it now. It's 4K 35x optical zoom. It's got
Big bucks, right, Ron? Big bucks.
Pardon?
Big bucks.
I won't give you the price till the end here.
That's the punchline, Ray.
Anti-GPS interference and spoofing. Anti-image transmission interference. 12.4 miles image transmission. Dual thermal camera, hot swappable battery, and IP55 waterproof protection level for only a cool $19,289. Now, this is an enterprise drone. Big businesses and whatever, that's probably nothing to those guys. But we've been complaining about a lack of new drones this year. So here is one.
I got something to say on this, Ron. You know what it looks like?
Right in, Bill.
And this is just me. Okay. The top part looks like a DJI drone. The bottom part looks like the GoPro drone because it looks like a GoPro camera on the bottom right there. And the top looks like the Enterprise, the DJI Mavic 2, Mavic 3 Enterprise with the speaker on the top. That's just off the top.
I sure hope I didn't grab one of those fake photos, Bill.
Here's the comment I would say: $19,000 is a lot of money to risk on an Autel drone. I would hope that their enterprise customer service is a few levels above what you see on the consumer side. That's what I'll say about that. And hopefully it works out of the box and you're not waiting a year for firmware updates to have it finally fly correctly.
Yeah.
And if there is a Chinese band drone, like would this fall under that same band that DJI drones would fall under?
I don't know.
Yeah, it should.
Why would you pick this over a DJI drone? Why?
Yeah.
Good question. That is the big question, isn't it, DeMarco?
Not because of the price, DeMarco.
Someone who buys this isn't just a one person making this decision. It's probably a group of people.
Yeah.
So like when you walk in that room, okay, why would we buy this? Hopefully, well, no, not hopefully. Probably the people he's talking to don't know.
Well, that's the thing. So Bill will be able to relate to this. I can tell you in the corporate world, those kind of decisions are made often by a group of people in a committee that they really don't know anything about the product. Yeah. And it's a salesman selling it to them. And whoever gives them the best sales pitch, and if one is $5 cheaper than the other, that's the one they buy.
You know what? It was interesting. Our sheriff's department here, when that elderly gentleman went missing that they found deceased, I know they had some drones, but they had all Autel drones.
Autel?
No DJI, which I just didn't really realize it, but no DJI at all.
So I'm curious, Johnny, did you get to talk to him at all?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so what did they? I'd love to hear their comments about the drone. Did they like them?
They do. They have the thermal, and they liked. It was a young man who had his 107, and he kind of. I think they have 4 of them. They keep one kind of in the central of the parish and north and south. But yeah, they were all Autel, 4 different drones.
And the performance was good. You feel?
Yeah, absolutely. They love it. But maybe that's the only thing they ever flew. I really don't know why.
Johnny. Yeah.
See, I think the problem here, and they would find this out quickly, they probably work well out of the box, but if they have something going on that's wrong and they send it back for customer service, that's when the ouch happens, okay? Mm-hmm. And, when you send it back to DJI for customer service, you get taken care of 99 out of 100 times, okay? Yeah. So I think that's where the ouch is support on this. I mean, I think that they build a good product, but needing to get support, that's where you might have some problems.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. We know, of course, Autel seems to be focused on the enterprise market and kind of slowly backing away from the consumer drones. So this is, just another step in that direction.
Now, you just reminded me of something wrong. Help me out here, Captain Ray. Was it Ken Tolley that just had a problem with his Autel?
Kevin,
Kevin Tolley, just had a problem with his Autel Lite Plus that literally fell out of the sky for him. And,
I saw that,
and he said that that Autel is just stonewalling him now.
Oh, no.
Wow, that's not good.
Yeah.
Will Kevin be coming to the meetup this year, Ray?
Yeah, he's on the list. Him and his wife Susan. Yep, they're coming.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, you know what?
Excuse me, I need to take that back. They offered to repair it, but it was like $800.
Yeah, you can buy a new one for what?
Yeah, it costs less than that recently.
And then he said after that they just have stonewalled him since then. So
that's not good to hear. So.
No.
Okay, well, listen. I know everybody came in here to hear the story about the Mavic 3 Pro, but I don't want anybody to leave without giving us Captain Ray giving us kind of the quick update on the Florida drone meetup. I'll give you the bullet points here. April 6th, Jensen Beach Causeway. Is there at sunrise? Well, not sunrise, sunset, but
7 a.m.
Where we give all the prizes away, and of course, we have an official hotel and a couple of things lined up. But I'm going to let Ray take over. Any kind of nothing, anything new to put in? For updates, anyhow.
Well, I tell you, we had another guy sign up today. Greg Thacker signed up. So 132 people say they're coming. Wow.
It was interesting.
We got the prizes rolling in. I am surrounded by them here, to tell you the truth. And I'm going to show Marcus's right now. He sent us a drone, guys. Yeah, Snaptan. I tell you, some lucky raffle prize one is going home with this.
That drone actually flies pretty good. It actually
makes a good drone.
Look at this. Another one from Marcus.
Oh, a gimbal.
A steady XE. Yeah, cool, right?
3-axis gimbal.
And then we got another one over here too from Marcus. The remote throw system for the Mavic 3 drone. So thank you so much, Marcus.
Oh, wow.
He'll want to win that one. He'll have it on his new Mavic 3 Pro.
Oh, yeah. That's why I'm coming. That's the whole reason I'm coming down. Captain Ray said it's already a ringer. I'm already a cinch to win it. So,
and Captain Ray, I'll be getting my box out of goodies this week. I don't have anything as good as Marcus. I don't have any drones, but I got drone accessories coming.
I was going to save this box for my show on Wednesday, but being we're here. Look at this. We got landing pads from Yellow Rose Drones. Lee.
Oh, nice. You can always use you never have too many landing pads.
And there's some South African snacks too over here. And
almonds?
Almonds. Yes.
Look at this. Well, it's a tough thing for the almonds, but these are right from South Africa. Look at that. Look at that.
Wow, all the way from South Africa.
Snacks always go good with drones.
Look at that. Look at that. Thank you so much, Lee Bessing. Really, we appreciate it.
Hey, what I thought was interesting, Ray, is even on that video that I put up with Tanya and I called it the pre-South Florida drone meetup, I got comments of there, people wanting to know how to come to the meetup, and I directed them towards you. I know one individual for sure got a hold of you. So it's kind of interesting how all that.
No, we appreciate you promoting it too.
Well, it shows how much interest there is in that kind of an event, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
It's going to be a great time, Johnnie, by the way, Johnny's sort of in charge of the FPV flying now. So if anybody has FPV questions, you got to call or get a hold of Johnnie FPV.
I'll pass along to Maddie. So hey.
Hey, Captain Ray, how about have we got any long range weather forecast for the 6th?
Yeah, the weather gods have told me it's going to be beautiful. Excuse me.
Excellent.
Hey, I know, Captain Ray, you're putting Johnnie in charge of FPV. Johnny, is there something that you wanted to show us, or is that waiting for later?
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm
Think
sorry.
big?
I got a new drone that my son-in-law built
Oh.
for me. So yeah, hey.
Nice.
I actually did the maiden flight about I don't know, maybe an hour ago. So
Where'd you get that drone, Johnny?
It's still in one piece. Well, we built it. My son-in-law built it. So want to thank him for that.
And you got that 3D printer now, the printing parts out and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Johnny?
Hey, I'm gonna send this to John Coopy. I'm gonna make a flight just for Coopy, you know, and I'm gonna go through some stuff like Coopy does.
Yeah.
Now I want to
Nice,
thank
very
Joe Fotoleo, and Maddie, and Rod helped a lot with learning in the process. I want to thank those guys publicly because they helped answered a lot of questions, and man, they were wonderful.
Hey, Lon, I want to tell you that she said she's going to miss you too.
We'll be there in spirit, Lon.
Yeah.
Hey, Captain Ray, I don't have this on the agenda tonight, but there's a rumor going around that you were involved in a little meetup last week in Florida, and you had a run-in with a security guard or
police deputy
officer?
sheriff, Sheriff, Palm Beach County deputy sheriff.
Now, were you guys finding illegal or anything?
Yeah, we were illegal because we did not check the local ordinances. And I take full responsibility for that because I picked the secret spot. But they passed a new law in the city of Lake Worth Beach that says there's no drone flying from city property unless you have an approved permit. So
okay,
he asked us to bring the drones down, and we did, of course. And it was a learning experience, to say the least.
Now, Ray, is there any truth the fact that you guys were almost done flying anyways?
What was that run?
Is it true you guys were kind of done your flights anyways?
Yeah, we had the flights in. We got great flights in, and we had a good time. And then we went to the restaurant there at the base of the pier. It was a fishing pier where we were flying.
Oh.
And it's called Benny's on the Beach, and we had a nice breakfast afterwards and a few laughs about it.
Can you reveal the names of the people you were with, or is that top secret?
No, Al Cercione, the Godfather. Okay. You know the Godfather. He had his body cam rolling, by the way, when the police officer came up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So it's all on body cam footage, and when I got home. The other people were Ken Nida and Ken Gottlieb and Steve Barnett. You know Steve.
That's a good crew. Crew.
And I had contacted Ryan Latterette as soon as I got home that morning, and he said he was going to be sending him out a written correspondence about that ordinance.
Fine, yeah.
But Al handled it really good, and you know, he was very polite to the officer. And the officer, and there was one thing he said that I didn't agree with, which Al, you know, he kind of said that he wouldn't bother him if he was shooting real estate, but if the law is a law, and you know, so that's kind of.
Yeah, is it a law or is it a rule or isn't it? Yeah,
right.
There's no such thing as selective.
Well, he was talking about being on private property. If you're flying real estate on private property.
The other thing I thought was interesting, Captain Ray, is you said that he told you if you went down to the water line on the beach,
yes,
you'd be fine.
Yes, right at the beach, the water line, and you could take off and fly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, here's another thing, and this has actually been proven, Ray, that I tested it, and I got a new video coming out this week with the Mini 4 Pro. I took off from the bed of my Toyota Tundra, and landed it. And I think it's been proven that it's your property. It's not wherever property you're on because you own that truck. So technically you're taking off from your property. So, and I think that's held up in court a couple of times.
Wow.
So,
yeah. Hey, Johnny, real quick, you have a question from Paul Brown in the chats here. I got it on the screen.
Yes. The Avata, I guess he meant. Yeah. I fly the Avata manual. Yeah.
Full manual.
Hey, I got a comment on Bill's recent comment about taking off from the bed of your truck. So it just took a second for that to sink in. So I'm not recommending that anybody try this. I wouldn't but what you just said, Bill, is if you went to a national park and you took off from the bed of your truck, Yeah, I don't think I'd want to test that, but
No, I wouldn't want to get a summons and be brought into court.
I wouldn't do that in a national park. But however, I think somebody here, like in the state of Florida, like you can't take off and land in a state park. However, you can fly over a state park in the state of Florida. Okay,
Right.
They'll let you do that because I know several people have pulled up to like a rest stop before the park and would take off, fly over the park, and then come back. Okay. And it's the same thing with like I think some of the federal parks that are here. Like we have a place called Fort DeSoto, and that's not too far from us. It's kind of a little bit south of us. It's the same deal. You can't take off on the property there, okay, but you can fly over. There's no problem doing that. So you just need to scope out an area that's okay to fly from. Now that ordinance, and that's a good. I'm glad you brought this up, Ray, and this kind of happened because I think people need to be aware of things. For example, in the city of Orlando, you have to get a permit, even though you're a Part 107. Okay, you have to get a permit. I think it costs $30 to fly in the city of Orlando, whether it's recreational or you're flying for Part 107 business reasons. You have to go there and actually get a permit from them to do that, because otherwise, you know.
Is that an annual permit or a daily permit?
That's a per use permit. Okay.
Oh, really?
It's like $30 per use. So yeah, so they're raking, you know, they're adding to the coffers of the city of Orlando by doing that kind of stuff.
Ray, with this law, have you seen the law? I mean, have you read it?
We read the one in the city of Lake Worth, yes.
Is it drones or quads only, or is it model airplanes?
Yeah, I think it was worded unmanned aerial systems, if I remember right.
That's everything then, yeah.
That would be the plane, the RC planes.
But Ray, what you're describing, and Bill, what you just described about Orlando, those are the things that I worry about the most, more than federal regulations. It's so easy for some city council that doesn't know anything about a drone or FAA regulations or something, just to say, you know what? We don't want, you know, they're scared of drones like people are. And they just say, yeah, we're just going to outlaw taking off drones in our town. And it's restrictive and it's unfair. And, you know, I mean, you guys all know that, but that's what I worry about the most.
Yeah. I know one thing, that if the police officer confronts me, I don't argue with them. You know, I'll go research it and then, you know, take it from there. I just said, okay, we're bringing them down.
Absolutely.
I did ask him if you need a permit, and he did say yes, an approved permit. Yes.
Yeah, discretion is the part of valor, and you know, 9 times out of 10, you treat them politely, they'll be polite in return, and that's what you do in that instance. Yeah. You don't be macho in that instance at all. Go do, like Captain Ray, go do your research, you know, find out about this.
Ray, is it a cost of the permit, or is it just a permit?
We didn't get that far researching it about getting the permit. Yeah. We just looked to make sure there was one on the books. And there was. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing that with Ray. And sorry you had that. It seems like you had a good encounter with the officer as far as everything else outside of, you know.
Hey Ron, did you notice the shirt, by the way? The color
I know.
of the shirt?
That's the shirt I pre-ordered, right?
Yeah, look at that guy. Yeah. So anyway, very limited amount.
Edition now.
I emailed just about everybody on the list when I ordered them. So
yeah. Well, thanks for that update, Ray. And I know people have been waiting. We got a couple big stories tonight here. We want to talk about, you know, the new Avata 2 and the new Goggles 3, but I think we're going to get into this story first. Last Monday, early in the day, on Amazon, they had a sale on the Mavic 3 Pro for only $799. Now, it was sold by a third party seller on Amazon. It wasn't Amazon themselves. And a couple of people got in the ground floor. We have 3 people in the panel tonight that got in the ground floor and got that Mavic 3 Pro ordered for $799. But as far as I know, only one of the panel, you know, has received a drone. I'm gonna go right to Johnny Drone Flyer first. Johnny
got one.
Tell us a story about your order of the.
Well, you know what I will say: if John Flynn calls you on a Monday about 10 o'clock in the morning, don't answer the phone. No,
I didn't get a call.
No. John called me and said, "Hey, man, this drone popped up on Amazon." So of course I went to the link, and well, yeah, it's a great deal. Of course, you can't beat it. And look, and of course, Bill will tell the rest of the story. But personally, I did order it. I did get a cancellation. I think maybe Sunday or Saturday. Mine did say canceled. John never did get a cancellation. But of course, since
you got your credit card refunded or whatever. Too,
I did,
right?
yeah. It was never charged.
No.
Of course, if you read some reviews, and I mean, some of the, if you read 100 reviews, I mean, 50 are good, 50 are bad about the companies. But anyway, for me, it was a roller coaster. I did make 3 phone calls to Amazon. I ended up getting 2 $25 gift cards. But I don't like roller coasters, so I got off the ride. Marcus called me like the next day. He said, "Hey, you letting them off too easy." And then the next day he called me and said, "I don't know if I would pursue it." But, there was a couple scenarios, and Haya Kesselu and them put together a package and an email, and they put your order number in there. And I think there was about 40 people, Bill, I think that they said ordered it roughly. Right. So, yeah, it was an interesting story, but I did not keep pursuing it, but Bill did, and I think that's kind of where maybe we'll go, I guess, Ron. But yeah,
well, we're gonna Captain Ray first. Now, Ray, you got in earlier in that order too, right?
Yeah, I sure did. I got in there. Paul Brown called me early that morning. Well, he called me, texted me, and we went back and forth. And then he showed me that Hi Kesselu, it was on Drone XL, and I said, well, if he researched it, it's got to be good. It's got to be good.
Real, yeah.
So I ordered it, but like Johnny said, on Wednesday, canceled.
Oh boy.
Out of stock. I'm sorry, out of stock.
Out of stock.
And sold by Raja Wasi. That who yours was, Johnny? Raja Wasi?
Yeah, same company, yeah.
But it was fulfilled by Amazon, and that's what really, really annoys me too about Amazon. And trying to get a hold of them, it's ridiculous. I don't care what anybody says. If you got a personal number, that's your business. Yeah, but if you try to get a hold of customer service, they give you the runaround.
Good luck.
And I'm totally very aggravated. And it ain't over from me. It's just that I gave up after an hour. I gave up, and I wanted to see how Bill made out.
Ray, you did get your money back, right? Or
they never charged it. They never charged the card.
Yeah. So, Bill, now you also got in this fantastic.
But John, I'm sorry, but John Flynn, he's right there with us, and he's pursuing it big time too, and he's making some headway.
Oh, Big John.
And Paul Brown updated us in the chat here. He ordered it too, and they never charged him, and it was canceled the day it was supposed to arrive. For Paul's case. But Bill, you got in this terrific offer too that Monday morning, didn't you?
Yeah, so I ordered it about 12:30 on Monday, and Wednesday afternoon I got the cancellation email. It said, due to a lack of availability, we will not be able to obtain the following item from your order. We canceled the item and apologize for the inconvenience. Okay. Now I was real smart with how I paid for this. I used Affirm financing because they're very particular. Okay. You have to be vetted by Amazon for them to approve it. Okay. So they approved it. Okay. Right away. I had no problem getting that. And then I get the cancellation. Now he puts out a process on, he said, stop the presses here out on his website. He said, wait a minute. He's got an email that states that they'll honor that. Now, and the one thing that he said to emphasize was when you talk to them, to emphasize the fact that, people are getting them. You have said yes to these people, and there's proof of it. Okay. And one of the things that I found out, I was on the phone. I have 2 hours, 35 minutes, 26 seconds with Amazon. I placed 8 calls to them, and 4 of those calls lasted 2 minutes or less because I was hung up on. All right. And the one thing that I found that helped, and I'm gonna show you a very detailed timeline tomorrow night on Rotor Talk, so you guys can tune in tomorrow night because I spent some time outlining it today. But one of the things that they were very hesitant on, because I wrote it down, was the price match team. Okay, so when I called in, now I also had the number. I told you how to go ahead and have them call you. Well, I also have the 800 number as well. So, and I did this interchangeably a couple of times. And one of the things they were extremely hesitant on was I asked for the price match team. Why do you need to talk to them? What for? And, and then the other point you kept hammering home, and Ray mentioned a good thing here, was that it's fulfilled by Amazon. Because for the most part, most of these third-party sellers, they do the fulfillment themselves, okay? Whenever you buy something on Amazon, this company was different. They had Amazon do the fulfillment. So in other words, they bore the responsibility for this product as much as that third-party seller did bear that responsibility. Well, I hammered them, and I hammered them, and I hammered them, and I got an email that said, we will go ahead and honor that price, okay? So right after that email, they said, you have to order it, and as soon as it arrives, give us another call, and we'll take care of that for you.
So you had to order a second drone.
Right. I ordered.
But you were never charged for the first drone?
No, I was never charged for the first drone, okay? I ordered the second drone, okay? And it came, and let me show you here. Here it is in all its glory, but if you notice, it still has.
That's nice. That's nice, Bill.
Okay, I haven't even opened this up because I'm going to.
Are you going to open it, Bill? Are you going to open it and fly?
Well, here's the rest of the story.
When he gets all his money.
Okay. So I got it on Friday. It came Friday. It means overnight. I mean, I ordered this Thursday. It was here Friday because we have a fulfillment center. It's like literally right down the interstate from us. Okay. So I knew it would come right away. So I called them up, and on Friday, let's see, and I can give you a little, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 phone calls on Friday to Amazon. Okay.
That's great.
Now,
great
what I did was
service.
finally, I called. The last phone call was at 3:36 in the afternoon, and I was on the phone for 35 minutes. Now, I had been hung up on several times, and I told her this time when I got a hold of her, I said, look, okay, I'm going to tell you something. I've been hung up on several times. Here's my name. Here's my number. If we get disconnected, please call me back, okay? She was exceptional, okay? And finally, at about a little bit after 4, she said, okay, we will go ahead and honor that difference. I got an email from her. She said it will take 5 to 7 business days. She said, you need to be patient, all right? So what I did today was I called Amazon up again today, and I talked to another customer service rep, just a regular one, gave her the order number, and asked in the notes, does it state that I will get a refund? She repeated back to me, yes, it is in the notes. She said it will take 5 to 7 business days to get that. And that's why that's still sitting in cellophane, okay? Because if for some reason that it goes south, which I don't expect at this point, okay, I can send it back.
That's your insurance policy, Bill.
That's my insurance policy.
This
now,
is what
the
it
other
looks
thing
like,
is,
Bill.
That's a nice drone, Marcus.
that's a nice drone,
That's
Marcus.
a $799 one.
This is the $2,200 one.
Ooh.
Bill got the $799 one.
I got the $799 one. Well, one of the other things is I'm going to get DJI Care Refresh, but I'm not going to do it until I get that refund. And then I have some gift cards from Amazon. I'm going to get a Lycus case. I'm also going to get a battery for it as well. Also some spare props.
Now,
So
what controller did you get with that drone?
I just got the R2 that comes with it.
Oh
Whatever comes with that.
Yeah.
And I don't need the RC Pro. Okay.
No, it's RC1 actually.
It's the RC1.
It's
I
the
don't need an upgrade because that thing works flawlessly. And even in the sun down here in Florida, I can still see with that.
But Bill, don't you already have the RC Pro?
I sold it.
Oh, okay. Hey, I just want to prove this one is used. See the bug guts there? It's definitely used.
Yeah,
I'm not buying that, Marcus.
Yeah.
You gotta clean that off before I buy it.
Hey, Bill, Rich Flyer 32 is a question for you in the chat there. He said, what price did you pay for the drone, Bill?
Now, when I actually bought the drone, it was $2,199 plus tax. Okay.
Right.
So I'm going to get
That's
a refund.
exactly what I paid for this.
From Amazon, $1,505. Okay. And I'm waiting to do that. And again, I used Affirm financing to do that because Affirm is they're excellent with that. Okay. It's kind of like, you can't use PayPal with Amazon, but it's the next best thing. Okay. Because they will back you up 100%. They are great. I always have used them, and they do, and they're fantastic. They also are. You notice you can use them with DJI as well too. But and that's one of the things, you have to be verified. Otherwise, you will not be a merchant with them at all.
Hey, Bill, Paul Brown wanted me to ask you now, Amazon's going to refund you. Now, are they going to, you actually give you whatever, refund your credit card, give you money back? Or are they just going to give you Amazon gift cards or Amazon credit?
No, they're going to refund. I will share this email here. Okay, delivered. Hang on. I got a boatload of emails here.
Yeah, while you're doing that, Bill, I want to tell Andrew that, I know I can clean those bug guts off of there. And if anybody wants to see this drone fly in person, come to the South Florida Drone Meetup. And
And we'll have it all cleaned up by then, right, Mark?
I'll clean it up by then, yeah.
Clean it up, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll trade you the V-Copter for it.
Yeah.
What does Tanya fly? She flies one of them too, right?
Well, she's got the original Mavic 3 Cine.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what the email said. Hello, I've successfully requested a refund of $1,505 on the original payment, and you'll see it in the next 5 to 7 business days.
That's
so it's
good.
going to go right back to my who I financed it with.
Yeah, I mean, that's good because some people, I can't verify this, but some people report that Amazon wanted to refund the difference all in Amazon credit or Amazon gift cards and not actually give them their money back.
Right. Now, I did see High posted there was someone who what they did was he kind of hammered them on the phone. And we're going to talk more tomorrow night, and I'm going to give lots more to share. But what he did was he was able to get them to send him. He sent that second drone back, and what he did was he got gift cards for about $1,480 worth of things that he had ordered that year. So Amazon sent him a $1,485 gift card. So he went out there, he bought the drone, he used the $1,485 gift card, paid $799 for it.
That would work. Gift cards would work.
That was posted out there because he said he reached a certain limit with even supervisors. But I think that the big thing is if you're still doing this and you're still pursuing it, ask to talk to the price match team. You know, don't even a supervisor's the most a supervisor can do is give you 20%. Okay. The most a regular associate can do is give you 10. All right. You need to talk to somebody with a price match team. That's who I talked to, and that's how I was able to get this. So stay tuned.
That's good to know. Good to know, Bill. Thanks.
Hey, Bill, if you want to start over, I'll send you my order number and you could just be me on the phone.
I charge per hour.
Well, it depends on how much that is. It might still be worth it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I tell you, Bill, I am so happy that you received the drone. I really am.
Thank you. Well,
are you the only one? Are you the only person we know in the community by name that's received the drone?
Right now, I believe so, because High's been very good. I sent him a redacted email because he wanted proof, because he's gotten a lot of emails, and what he told me, he said a lot of people are very discouraged, and he wanted something to encourage them. So I sent him the one email that showed that I'm going to be able to get my refund. So my fingers are crossed, but I'm almost 100% because they told me when I called them today, they verified it's on there. So they're not. That's something that's not going to go away. So
I got two $25 gift cards. So if I call 38 more times, I'll be
you'll have it, the drone. Yeah. Now,
Bill,
Johnny,
Bill, do you know? Bill, do you know? Do you know if he asked for everybody's order number. Do you know if he's doing anything on our behalf or no?
I don't know. He did post, or he did tell me he was going to be in touch with Amazon again after I chatted with him on Messenger. So that I don't know. I really kind of think, unfortunately, it's probably every man for himself.
I think what he did is ask for everybody's order number, and he put that order number in that email spot. But I mean, I don't think, unless you stay on top of it like Bill did, and maybe John Flynn, that you probably the squeaking wheel gets the grease, and that's kind of the story.
So, John, you think the chance John Flynn may get his? Has he actually got a drone?
No, he has not.
He hasn't
No, he
gotten
hasn't gotten his yet. He's been in touch with me on Messenger as well. He hasn't gotten it yet, but he's like really hopeful. He's really.
But they're doing
really
it. They're doing it different. I don't want to say because if Bill's going, we'll talk about that tomorrow night. But yeah, it's a different way. And I mean, until you get that money back, I would be. I mean, I'm not skeptical, but that's a lot of money.
And here's the thing. All right. And High kind of pointed this out. All right. Amazon needs to stand behind their products and their company and their service here. Okay. Now, if this was all third party, and by the way, that company who originally sold it, they're off Amazon anymore. You can't find.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're gone.
Bill, that company's probably two guys in a open space in a dying mall.
Well, what I saw was it was a Chinese company. All right, because they had Chinese symbols on their on the company thing here. But the one thing that you really need to push, and I've told people with this is because Amazon was doing the fulfillment for this, and I know I've already said this, and I'm beating it to death here, but it's important because they said they were going to be doing the fulfillment for this, and that's what I kept circling back to in all my conversations with them. I said, look, I can understand if a third party was responsible for fulfilling this, but you said you were going to be fulfilling this. I said, I placed that order on Monday. Okay. And if this was not in stock on Monday, not in stock on Monday, why did you wait till Wednesday to send me an email? Okay. If you knew it wasn't in stock, why did you wait 2.5 days to send me an email saying it wasn't in stock? And it's supposed, and you have one of the best warehouse systems in the world. Your logistics are second to none. So you knew it wasn't there. I mean, seriously, I kept beating that over their head as well.
And Bill, you're a reseller too.
Going late Monday night, the storefront that sold that drones.
Yeah. The other thing that I wonder about those guys that were selling that drone, what was their end game? I mean, right? That nobody was going to get stuck. I mean, was their intention to send some kind of little toy drone out and then everybody would send it back, or what? You got to wonder what was their end game.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I saw our good friend Richard. What is the grief worth? Okay. Well, you know what? I've always
get that drone for $799. It's worth the grief. Believe me.
Right. It is. It is. And I can tell you, okay, I've had instances before at Best Buy as well too. Okay, because I know how to approach managers. I know how to approach customer service people because I've been in that position before. Okay. And you got to be very delicate how you delicate but firm and drive your point home. Okay. Because that's the only way this is going to happen. And I said, you know what? It's worth a shot because, High is telling me, it's, you need to be persistent, but it'll work. And that's the thing. Okay. I'm a persistent individual. I was not going to give up. Yeah. I heard no I heard no so many times. Most people would have said, that's it, thrown in the towel, I'm done. Okay. But no, okay. I've stuck to my guns on this. And when I know I'm right.
But like right. DJI, I mean, Max is in there. I would have loved Max to be in on this because he loves DJI drones.
The only thing I say, I'm like Marcus, like what is if one person got the drone, then okay, it was legit for one person, but it was, what was I don't understand what they were trying to do. I mean, was it just nobody was going to get scammed out their money. So
Lon is saying he thinks it was just a prank, which is possible.
Somebody hijacked their site, which is possible because this is real interesting. Because on the same day for me, somebody hijacked my Instacart account. All right. Wow. And they charged a membership to me for $99. Instacart caught it and I got it taken care of with them. But that was it. All these things are kind of going down right now. Okay. Because, we had that AT&T outage. Then we had Facebook and Instagram going down.
See what Max says.
I can see he wanted to pay $50.
And one more comment. DeMarco made me feel so bad. Yeah. DeMarco, you made me.
I'm not going to buy it.
I cleaned it up.
Unless it's clean. No.
It is. Look, I cleaned all those bug guts off of there.
Well, if he was going to be disgruntled employee, I wish he'd have put it for $199 instead of $799.
Hey, Captain Ray, is this similar to the what you encountered about last year when you tried to order the
Mini
DJI
2?
Mini? What was it?
Yeah, Mini 2. I actually got charged though. I got charged for that Mini 2,
But
and
you
I had
never
a complaint to
seen the
Amazon,
drone.
but they made good on it. They gave me a refund.
And you never got a drone.
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't. Michael Wright, I think, got his, but I didn't.
The thing about that Michael Wright did though is he bought that from a different seller and it was a refurb. So, but it kind of brought it to his attention and he got a really good deal. But I feel bad about that one, Captain Ray, because I was promoting that.
I know. Did you actually order it too, Marcus, or no?
I already had one, so I did. But I saw the deal and I thought, man, I want people to get this deal. But anyway, it was a bummer.
Well, we're going to continue this conversation tomorrow night, Tuesday. What's today's date? Today's the Tuesday, the 12th of March at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Any questions that we haven't answered for you tonight, and Bill's going to even have the timeline going, so we're going to take even a deeper dive into this topic tomorrow night. But we're going to move on to another big news story today. We've been going months without any drone news. I mean, the drone news has been dry for a long time, but all of a sudden over the weekend, Igor and our buddies, they started tweeting leaked photos and stuff about the DJI Avata 2, the Goggles 3, and more stuff. Now, I did post a photo that Igor posted on DroneNation this morning of like the Avata 2 and the whole kit, but he's since taken that photo down because it's been pretty much proven as a fake.
Yeah,
So, So, and again, anything I'm saying here is all rumor, leak, speculation. So nothing is being said here tonight. Can you take this to back? This is rumor mill time. What we have on the screen here is the Goggles 3, from DJI, which supposedly will be the goggles that will work with the new Avata 2. If you notice something on the front of the goggles, it looks like they have cameras on either side of that center piece that people speculate that's a camera that you'll be able to see your surroundings, when you're flying a drone. I'll go to our DJI, our FPV expert here, Johnnie Drone Flyer. Have you taken a look at these goggles yet?
Yeah, I did, and I talked to Maddie. Of course, we were looking at them, and yes, it looks like some kind of cameras. And will it be a warning system, or will it be something that you have to, flip a button to see, or will it be on during the flight in manual mode, or maybe it won't be available in manual mode? I don't know what to think about that, but yeah, it's pretty interesting. I mean, that's something that we've been talking about, I guess, for about a year now.
And look at the back piece, John. It looks similar to the Integra goggles.
Yeah, it's the same. That's just a battery back there. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess the camera I don't know if it's like a warning system or something, but hey, it's pass through camera. I see Sammy Burns saying so.
It looks like the flipped out antennas are similar to the Integra too.
Yeah.
I'll go the DeMarco more. He's been flying FPV longer than most of us here.
Yeah.
He got the potato. He had the potato, the spin up from a few years back. What do you think of these new goggles? They look real to you? And
yeah, they look real to me. I mean, I'm not too familiar with the Integra result, but that camera system seems.
Look at Sammy Burns' comment. Sam Burns' comment up there. It says a black and white image in the top corner or something of the video feed.
They look real. Yeah.
Oh,
is that it?
That's the one.
Okay.
I hope you're wrong, Sammy. Hope it's color.
Yeah, I'm not here to say these pictures are real, not real, or whatever. Again, I'm not saying one way or the other. I do not know. Anybody else? Marcus, what are your impressions of these goggles? Are you excited about those cameras that may allow you to have a almost like your Apple Vision Pro style awareness?
Situational awareness. And as you guys know, that's been one of my biggest gripes about wearing the goggles is I don't like not being able to see what's going on around me. Now, as Johnnie said, the big question is this going to be an augmented reality style where I've got a window in there with the DJI app in front of me and the Fly app, and I can still see on both sides? That remains to be seen. Or is it going to be a button that you have to flip? So
Lauren Donauer said the goggles are real. So hey, there you go.
Yep. I believe Lauren. Yeah.
So will you be able to see the have to switch back and forth between the two, or as Sammy said, is it going to be just a black and white little window up in the corner?
Now, what would you prefer, Marcus?
Well, I would prefer the augmented reality style, just like you said about the Google or the Apple Vision Pro, Ron. That way you could just if you could just move that window wherever you wanted, your FPV window, and then still be able to see what was going on around you. To me, that would be the best. So, that's the same thing as holding your controller, right? You hold your controller and you can still see what's going on around you.
Lon said all we had to do was keep listening to him. He said, I already told you guys the goggles 3 are real.
So the other point, and Ron, you made this point to me, and I don't want to lose it, is that the other key to me is I would love to be able to use a regular controller with these goggles. In other words, use them with my other drones, with my Mavic 3 or maybe not that, with my Air 3 and Mini
your camera drones, in other words.
My camera drones, and be able to use the standard controller and have that situational awareness. The Fly app then is just a window in my goggles. That would
perfect for bright sunny days when you cannot see your screen.
Wouldn't that be awesome? It'd be fantastic.
I'm going to tell you this.
Whoever wants to chime in first, I know Ray and Bill don't really fly much FPV or have much to do with goggles. But what do either of you guys think of this?
Okay, for me, and I was just going to say this: if this augmented reality is real, okay, that would really pique my interest, because I'm like Marcus. Okay, I like to have situational awareness. I don't like sitting down in a chair, putting goggles on, and all I'm going to see is the view out of the drone. Okay, I want to know who's where. I want to kind of have a sense of what's going on around me. If this is real, if that's really part of this, that would sell me on something like this.
But Bill, if it is real, and to Marcus, if it is like virtual reality, current goggles, cost anywhere between $400 and $600. Do you think we're going to see unfortunately, will this be sticker shock with these goggles then, Bill? Will we see?
Yeah, I think we'll see some sticker shock with this. I think you're going to get a lot of people are going to roll their eyeballs, kind of like when the Mavic 3 came out. Okay, I think we're going to see the same thing with this.
These are going to be the most expensive goggles DJI has ever made by a long shot.
I don't think so. I don't.
Let me comment on that. Let's just say, for the sake of the argument, let's say they're $1,200. Okay. Well, I don't know. I paid $1,200 for an RC Pro, right?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't I pay $1,200 for something like that I could fly a number of drones with, and on a bright sunny day have situational awareness? I don't know. I probably would.
Excellent point, Marcus. Excellent point. Ray, we haven't heard what you think about.
I'm not an FPV guy, but I think it's a real photo.
Well,
and I go a lot by what Lon says.
Well, we're assuming this thing would eventually fly with the camera drones, like the current goggles, like you can fly.
I just don't like goggles around my eyes.
Yeah.
I just feel confined, and I worry about people sneaking up on me.
Yeah.
Just a thing that I have.
I think these goggles will be $649 or somewhere in that price range.
Just a small price bump from what we're paying now.
Very, very small. Yeah.
Because really, those two cameras in front, they're probably not high resolution cameras, so they're probably not expensive cameras that they're putting on front there.
Yeah. Well, and Lon brought it up earlier. It keys in on the processing power, and he says no, there's not enough processing power for that. So Lon's probably right. But we all know that the processor makes all the difference in the world with what you can and can't do with a product like that.
So according to Lon's comment, it'd be more like you could just flip it on and off when you need to see what's around.
Well, I suspect what I'm afraid of is more like what Sammy was talking about, where you just have a little window,
a little box,
a little box up in the corner.
Hey, but this is what version 4 of the goggles?
These are goggles 3. I don't know. They may have had four goggles or more, but they
like this is their first version of this concept. Like the version 6 or version 7 could have the color ones with a stronger processor. Like they just keep getting better.
Marcus may have to wait a couple generations.
Yeah, for his, just like the Apple Vision Pro. But there's one thing I want to bring up here that may kind of read into this. There's 2 cameras, right? So it's definitely going to be stereo. So why would they use 2 cameras just to put a little box up in the corner? I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah, interesting. Keep talking. I don't want to get our next.
One of the things I want to say is it was pretty much from the start of the year when we all started to conjecture what's DJI going to come out with first, and almost nine out of 10 people were saying it was going to be FPV. 9 out of 10, and it sure as heck is right on the nose.
Okay, now I have the other leaked photo that's been going around all weekend, maybe even a little bit longer. This is the supposed Avata 2, and you can see we only seen the back of it here, but of course it's a pretty dramatic redesign from what we have here. I'm going to go to Johnny first. Johnny's the man that claimed he's not buying a drone this year.
Johnny will be getting that. Johnny will be getting that.
I don't know. It's interesting.
Have you seen anything sway you so far?
Have to see some reviews. I mean, it's always fun to see the reviews. I mean, I think that drone is possibly in somebody's hands right now. So I think, hey, just take a little wait and see attitude and see how it is. It looks very interesting. The battery.
You like the design, Johnny?
Yeah, the battery looks cool, a little deeper and a little slimmer. But hey, yeah, of course, somebody had the specs and the flight time looked.
We'll get the specs up here in a second. I think
pretty interesting.
What you don't see is Johnny has his wallet on his desk right now.
No, I do not.
Somebody mentioned how much
on the back right there.
Bill, he's got his piggy bank on the desk. Anybody else
on the bottom where it says Avata 2
of the design of the Avata 2?
Bill just made a comment.
A question for you guys, okay? Where it says Avata 2 on the back, that 2 does not look right, okay, to me.
I saw the same thing. I
mean, seriously.
Yeah.
It looks like
this
somebody
could be a fake. I'm not
there.
saying it's real. This could be a fake.
Yeah.
Sub 400 grams. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
the
batteries have changed. What
No.
else has changed on it? The camera position.
Well, maybe I have the specs here. Hold on, guys.
Well, you need to let Johnny explain to me the changes. Tell him, Johnny, about those props.
Yeah, go ahead, Johnny.
Well, the props are up, so it's not a pusher, but man, Maddie actually, Maddie texted me about that, so it should fly maybe a little quieter, and maybe a little more responsive.
Quieter.
Yep.
Yeah. But the Avata. One thing about the Avata, hey, you're not going to sneak a flight in with the Avata. It's pretty loud. But hey, the Avata has brought a lot of people into the hobby, so I think that's what DJI really intended to do with that drone, and they really did get a lot of people into the hobby. That's for sure.
Okay,
the testers have it. The testers have it, and it's going to be interesting to see what they say about
rough
it.
beta so far. Hey, here's some supposed leaks on the specs too. I think this is from Jasper Ellens. The camera, the 1/3 CMOS 48 megapixel. I think that's very similar to the camera that's on the Mini 4 Pro. Shooting 4K 2.7 and 60 frames, 100, 120. Full HD was 1080p, 60 to 100, 120, 200 to 40. It shoots in D-Log-M, which is a step up from D-Cine on the current Avata 2. It's got Rock Study 3.0, so that's a leap up. Horizon Study, Horizon Balancing. Johnny, did the current one have Horizon Balancing?
I'm not sure about the way it's
even know
working
what
right
that
there.
is.
It had the Rock Steady, yeah.
And Johnny, 3-inch props. What size props do we have now?
I'm not sure what
the 3-inch props could be bigger. I don't know. And
hey,
then the battery, 3400
battery. Same sensor as Action 4. Yeah, Action 4. Okay, I see it right
Question,
there.
Ron.
Yes.
Here's what makes me a little bit skeptical about this.
Yes.
Who the hell needs 120 frames per second on an FPV drone, right? Or 240, let alone in full HD. What are you going to be shooting in slow motion with an FPV drone? It seems to me that kind of negates the whole.
I don't understand the love for these high frame rates. Also, I'm a bad person to ask for these real high frame rates because I'm not a slow motion. What do you call it? Lover.
I guess what I'm saying is it almost looks like somebody might have just copied the specs, like you said, from the Action 4, and I don't know. I'm not. it's kind of weird.
Do you know if we're on Rocksteady 3.0 on the other devices now, or are we on Rocksteady 2 on all the other devices?
Hell, I can't keep up with.
Yeah.
DeMarco, was you surprised it wasn't like the potato? I mean, open frame type stuff. Or?
No, I wasn't surprised because like it's been so long. I truly think that the sales for the what is it? The Avata must have just dwarfed the potato sales.
I bet you're right.
Why would they even move on to that one? Like when they're money makers there. So
yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
But to your point, Johnny, I would love to see an updated potato with a better camera. Man, would that be?
Yeah, well, the guys who have that, man, they love that thing. I mean, it's everybody that has it, and they're still selling them because it's reduced again a little bit, so it's still a great buy.
I'll go to Bill on this one. Bill, even if this Avata 2 does come out in the April time frame that we've been talking along, does that necessarily mean that we won't see a potato 2 this year? Could you see 2 FPV drones coming out sometime?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because if one thing that we learned from DJI through the years, they're completely unpredictable in terms of what they're going to release, when they're going to release it. Okay, and the market right now is hot for FPVs. Okay,
right.
As you said a little earlier here. Okay, DJI has kind of re-energized the FPV market and introduced it to a whole new segment that would have never tried it before. All right. And it's even piquing my interest. Okay. Yeah. Because I'm like Marcus, it's like, I got to have situational awareness and things, but even still, even if I don't, it's still kind of piquing my interest because there are a lot of similarities with like if you want to call them a standard non-FPV type drone. Okay. They have a lot of capabilities. It's not a typical FPV drone. Okay. Where, with a typical FPV drone, you're constantly in motion the whole time. You can stop, like the Avata. You guys know this, okay? So, that kind of bridges the gap, I think, and will pull a lot of people in. So, yeah, Ron, expect the unexpected from DJI this year. Hold on to your seatbelt because we had a pretty good ride last year. It's going to happen again this year.
And Bill, wouldn't it make sense if you're going to come out with new goggles? There's rumors that the Motion 3 controller coming out with this Avata 2 that you make a couple drones that are going to work with this new equipment, because what we know is I bet you the new goggles and new motion controller will not have any backwards compatibility with anything we're flying now. So
I agree 100%.
The more drones they can put out to run on these devices, the more sense it make the buy.
Maddie has a good comment there.
Yep, Maddie's in.
Yep. Hey, Maddie.
Yeah, Sammy said it does not flip up, Maddie. So
okay.
Yeah.
Well, remember the original DJI goggles for the camera drones flipped up. The ones that look like you were.
Maddie said yes, it does. So hey, does it not? Hey, I don't know. More features don't hurt.
Yeah. But I would like a flip up too. I'm with Maddie on that.
Hey, it's a fun time of year. We haven't had anything to talk about in a while with new drones. So yeah, hey, it's here.
You're gonna get a lot of people again. You're going to pique a lot of people's interest who are going to do that crossover from like a standard drone to an FPV drone because of this. You really are going to generate a lot of interest. So kudos to DJI. Their marketing is just one of the best.
Of course, if this Avata 2 has the stronger motors and everything, but we might not need a potato. Maybe this Avata 2 will be a more robust flyer.
It's possible.
I do have a question. I think we're going to see a lot of Avatas at the South Florida Drone Meetup.
Oh, yeah.
The Avata
question 2? Is, do you think any of them will end up in the Intercoastal Waterway?
Right. No. Like you were going to hear a lot of Avatas at the South Florida.
Oh, but yeah, I'm going to go definitely.
Mark Fisher says he's not going in to retrieve him. And Maddie's son is not going to be there.
And Ray, you don't have your boat anymore to recover him. Ray, here's a question. Do you think we'll see an Avata 2 in the wild at the South Florida Drone Meetup?
That's a good possibility. I mean, it's really, when the leaks are starting the way they're starting, it's getting close. I don't care. I think there's a possibility it could be out.
Hey, Johnny, will you bring yours and let me try it out? I'd like
absolutely.
Yeah.
Lon Bernard will probably be bringing one.
We'll get Lon. Lon can bring 1 or 2 or maybe 3. Maybe we get some batteries out of Lon.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, listen, folks. We'll continue this story tomorrow night on the Build the Drone Reviewer show. I've already said 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on your favorite channel, Build the Drone Reviewer channel. So and by tomorrow night, Bill, we'll probably have another half dozen leaked photos by then.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Speculate more on.
We'll probably have concrete specs, and we may even see like the FCC database approval on it too. I mean, you know, when things happen in motion, they start going really fast. Okay, that's one thing. It's been happening lately.
Well,
yeah.
Lon says we're not going to see it. Lon knows.
There's the opinion.
Oh, there's the man.
Damn it, Lon! Why are you throwing so much water on us? Jeez.
Don't be a party pooper, Lon.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we got one more story we're going to cover here, and then we're going to let everybody go. But before we do that, I want to promote the Fly for Fun show. Now, is the Fly for Fun show on this Wednesday, or is it the Captain?
It is. We have Mr. Dre Crawford. So I saw that. Yeah, Dre Crawford this Wednesday night on the Fly
Crawford.
Show. We'll catch up with some rules, and if you got any questions, and we have a little Q&A with Mr. Dre. You know, he's big on the rules, and he started a show on the last Sunday of the month. You know, he's a good guy to know, and you know, he's definitely staying on top of the rules.
Enterprise flyer.
Yeah. So I heard a rumor he wants us to fly him to the South Florida drone meet.
Oh, really? Okay.
On a Fly for Fun corporate jet.
Well, I think the DroneNation budget is bigger than the Fly for Fun show budget.
Yeah, we'll
You're breaking up, Johnny. You're breaking up.
We'll send a little Cessna over there and pick them up.
I'm not breaking up, DeMarco. I'm not breaking up.
Breaking up.
Now you'll have your usual videos and have your usual giveaways.
Oh yeah, we'll have some giveaways. We'll give something away. We'll show a few videos at the last 15 minutes or so. Yeah, absolutely.
What time does that show start on Wednesdays, Johnny?
7 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah. Great. So, okay, one more story. Now, Marcus and I talked about this a little bit offline last week. This is kind of surprised me. DJI releases a new Action 2 camera that bundles with 4x storage compared to what they came out originally. Tech giant DJI has launched 2 new versions of his most innovative action camera, the Action 2, and that's the module one. The upgraded Action 2 dual screen combo and Action 2 power combo, expanding the internal recording limit from 32 gigabytes to 128 gigabytes for increased storage. And Marcus is going to tell you why that's important for this little drone. Little camera.
So if you are an FPV flyer or somebody that wants to go underwater or something, you can separate the top section. It's just held on with a couple of clips and a magnet. Yeah. And this is waterproof, right? And I'm trying to remember, I think this only has like with the software, the firmware that's built into it, I think there's only like 24 gigs of memory in this top part available to write to. So if they add 128, obviously, if you're an FPV flyer or something and you use this, you're using it quite a bit, you can save a lot more onto this part of the camera. Now, here's the downside to me. To get anything off of this camera, you have to transfer it to the micro SD card in the bottom module, and that takes some time. So if you filled up that 128 gigabytes of memory on the top, it would take you a while to transfer it, and you better have it plugged in and full batteries. Now, the advantage that I could see is that, say you would be able to save to the memory on this. Say you're going on vacation, 120 gigabytes is a lot. You could just use that memory for your whole vacation.
Even at 4K, it's a lot of room.
Yeah, and not worry about transferring it till you got home. So that may be what DJI's thinking is on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this little camera, a lot of people were worried that DJI had discontinued this camera because now we have an Action 3 and 4. But a lot of people did not want to see this camera go away, especially like FPV type flyers, or people want to do point of view shooting because of its compact size, right, Marcus? And it's waterproof and all that. The loose part of it is.
Yeah, and Lon is saying that's a lot of FPV flights, and he's correct. I'm just saying that maybe you wouldn't want to, download them all at once, Lon, is kind of what I'm getting at.
Yeah, like you said, you bring a whole vacation home like backed up on that memory card.
Yeah. I forgot your question. You asked a question, Ron, and I forgot what it is already.
Just that you did. You explained why that memory increase is important because of the how hard it is to swap the data to the other piece of it.
So again, it depends on your use case, right? For me, it makes little difference because I'm always saving the video to the micro SD card directly.
In the other part of it, yeah.
Yeah, but if you're somebody that's always using this top module, it may or may not be important to you.
And Johnny, you also have the original Action 2.
I have the original Action 2. Yeah. I love it. It's one of my. I mean, I have never upgraded, but yeah, it's great.
And the nice thing about this new Action 2, Marcus, also is the 128 configuration only costs $299. The smaller configurations less than that, and the older models have dropped below $250. Like the one you have is under $250 now,
which is a heck of a buy. This is a tremendous camera. In fact, I will say this: up to this point, it's the best action camera, I guess, if you're going to call it that, although I don't know if this really qualifies as an action camera that I've had. I mean, after having this, I'll never go back to a GoPro, although I will say that I did just when they put the Action 4 on sale, I bought one, and this has been, I've only used it a few times, but it's been tremendous. The other cool thing about this is it has that same kind of magnetic system that the Action 2 has. It's just so easy to set up. You just walk up, you click it on there, you're good to go.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Yeah, thank you for that, Marcus.
What's the price on those, Marcus? Do you remember?
This they just put
the brand new one's $299, but the one Marcus has been reduced. It's under $250 now.
Yeah, I think it's $239, but don't quote me.
I think
so they're a lot cheaper than a GoPro.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. GoPro hardly ever comes down a whole lot,
Yeah, but remember, Ray, all the technology as far as the camera and all is 2-year-old technology in this.
Well, in the Action 2, now the Action 4, not.
Oh no! I'm sorry, I got it all confused here. Ray's asked about that. Yeah. And the Action 2's old. I mean, the 2's old technology, but the 4 is the same. Basically, came out with about 1 month of the Hero 12.
The other thing I like about I know we don't want to turn it into Action Camera Nation, Ron, but
we're almost done here.
Yeah, you got the little door on the side for the USB-C connection. So in other words, it's not the battery door. So you're not, if I can get it open here, you're not opening this big battery door and worrying about your battery falling out just to plug a USB-C cable in. So
Ray, the bottom line is I have both. I have the Hero 12 and the Action 4, and the Hero 12 looks great, but all the convenience features like the ones Marcus just said there, the Action 4 is a little bit more convenient to have, has better battery life. It was on sale for $299. I believe it's jumped up a little bit now, and the GoPro has hovered around $349 for a long time now. So the price all depends on where you buy, but if you made me pick one or the other, I'd probably pick the the Action 4, but there's nothing wrong with the Hero 12. It's a fine camera also.
Yep.
So
hey Ray,
I'm still using my 10 GoPro 10.
Next Monday, the Action 2 will be $49.95 on Amazon. So just wait for that.
But you gotta get it early. You gotta get it early.
Yeah,
two of them.
Yeah,
2 of them. So.
You gonna call me, Johnny?
I'll call you. Absolutely.
You didn't get the call on that.
I did not.
I didn't get the call either, DeMarco. We got left out.
That's what friends are for, not to call you on stuff like that.
Eric Rose, hello.
Eric, what's up, Eric?
From Bahamas.
What's up, Eric? Hey, Eric.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Eric. Eric, did you get on that? Eric sent me a little note last week. I don't think he got in on the $799 Mavic 3 Pro either. But well, listen, guys.
I got to make one more announcement, Ron.
Go ahead, Ray. We have plenty of time.
Gary Forster won the United States Drone Society on Paul's show about a month ago. I finally received it in Paul's package, and he donated it as a raffle prize.
Oh, excellent.
South Florida Drone Meetup.
Excellent.
I won one last night on this show, and I'm donating mine also.
I got to get on that show more often. It sounds like you win a lot over there.
That's a great show. Paul does a great show, I gotta say.
So Lon, Marcus, on that question, on that comment that Lon does Best Buy, do they
They
price
do
match?
match
Bill
Amazon.
would be able to tell us. Bill would
do
be
they
the
price
expert
match?
there.
The phone, they do match it, or they used to.
Bill?
Bill, the drone reviewer.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry. Ooh, wow.
You're
should walk
kind of
in
a
Best
Best
Buy and
Buy
know the price.
expert, Bill. What do you say about Lon's comment?
Well, you know, it would it's kind of easier said than done, because the only way that they would do that is if I would have the final invoice and show that I got it for $7.99 plus tax, which I don't have yet. So
Right.
until they adjust that price, maybe you can do that. Maybe they would do that. I don't know. But I think with Amazon or with Best Buy, what you have to do, it has to be a direct, I think probably brick and mortar competitor to Best Buy, because they're real particular about price matching. I know, because I've tried it before with them. Okay, it has to be kind of like, I would say you would probably be best with like a B&H or an Adorama or something along those lines to try to compare to.
That's
to
a
Best
good
Buy
point,
versus
Lon.
Amazon.
I didn't realize that if we went to Best Buy.
Well, it's all
They
good.
would've
Best Buy
matched it, you
tomorrow and
think?
get a $799 Mavic 3 Pro.
Well, if you wouldn't get one from my Best Buy, I can tell you that. I mean, I guess you could order one, but because they still have like a Spark and a original Mini in there.
That's the one in Boise too. Yeah,
Yeah.
Or maybe you can get them for $799.
Yeah, and get both. Yeah, the Spark in there.
They're still selling Phantom 3s at my Best Buy.
Yeah. It throws low, but I think that's it. Unless anybody has anything else. No.
Great show. A lot of people in. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, well, we have finally had something to talk about. We haven't had any new drone, no good drone rumors for a long time. We got the 799 Mavic 3. It was a loaded show, and we're gonna revisit these topics tomorrow night on Bill the Drone Reviewer, and probably have some updates on everything. The 799 drone, the Avata 2, the new goggles. Lon's still talking about the price matching. Somebody go out and do it and film it and send it in, and we'll talk about all.
Well, I'm just saying what Lon says makes sense to me. In other words, if it is sold by Amazon, they would price match. If it's simply fulfilled by, they may not.
Here's the thing, though. Okay, the second order, it's completely done by Amazon. Okay, the first order was from that other company that's not out there anymore.
Okay,
but the second one, it's fulfilled 100%. Everything's Amazon on that.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
but that second order was $21.99.
It's full price, though. Yeah.
Well,
right.
It's full price. Like I said, I have to wait until they make the adjustment on the invoice to print that out, to be able to go to Best Buy to do something like that.
And if it's all itemized on the thing about them giving you all these credits back, Best Buy will probably see that and say, "Oh well, this isn't, that's not the real price."
Yeah,
unless the only thing on that invoice you have says 799, but if there's a whole bunch of minuses and whatever off of it, that's gonna red flag it.
Well, see, for me, okay, you're still gonna have to pay sales tax, because and sales tax in Florida is a real kicker. It's we don't have state income tax.
I got to ask Johnny a question though. Now that he's the FPV king.
Guru.
Are you coming with the Air 3 to the South Florida drone meetup?
He's only bringing FPV drones, right?
Absolutely, I'm bringing. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, Johnny, have you considered a channel name like maybe Johnny FPV or something?
Oh no. I'm just having fun.
Ron,
Johnny the drone flyer.
That's it. It's Johnny FPV.
Let me tell you something, guys. If you got to get in there and watch some of those guys that Mikey and Sergio and Joe Fotoleo, Matty and them fly with, man, look, it is incredible.
Lon used to work at Best Buy.
Man, they can rip.
Oh, stop now, Johnny. Didn't I just see a video you put up where you're doing barrel rolls and stuff?
That's a roll is easy. But no, it's going to be the South Florida Drone Meetup, guys, is going to be incredible. And if you're thinking about coming, hey, please try and come, because it's an incredible event. And we all know each other through of course YouTube and Facebook and all our channels. But man, it's going to be 130. How many, Ray? You got 132?
132 on the list. 132.
And for the first hour, Johnny's giving out free autographs. After that, it'll be $5 a signing.
No, it's gonna be a great event. You know, it really
I'm
is.
calling the Army again. I bumped into the Army at the spring training game.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
They showed some interest in coming back to the South Florida drone meetup, and I have to call the first sergeant tomorrow.
Good.
I got a question for the chat.
There.
So I got a question for the chat. Now, I kind of have a similar beard to what Johnny does. Should I grow out my soul patch so I can flip everybody off? Just like
absolutely.
Yeah, leave that in the comments. We'll get a poll going. I got a couple new polls. I got a couple new polls going over the DroneNation Facebook group. One poll concerns the $799 Mavic 3 Pro. Another poll concerns what you'd like to see in the Avata 2 drone. So go over there and fill those polls out, and we'll read the results next week. So thanks everybody who joined us in the chat tonight. All your questions, all the support, all the comments, especially Lon. He's got leads the league in good comments or whatever. Thank you very much for our special guest tonight, Bill the drone reviewer, Johnny FPV flyer, and Captain Ray Kelly for his update on for both of them, Johnny and Ray, for the update on the meetup here. It'll be coming soon, so get your plans in place, your hotel arrangements, your flight arrangements, get everything, get all your ducks in a row early.
How you doing, Lawrence?
Lawrence is in the house. Yeah.
Hello, Lawrence. And that's it. Good night. Everybody say
good
night.
Fly for fun, fly safely.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, you got to do your thing, DeMarco.
Oh, yeah, DeMarco.
Jeez.
We'll fade out. We'll fade out.
Peace, as Billy Kyle says. Peace.